Black Soul Reaper here, and the new Boruto manga chapter release. So I just want to give my thoughts on it. And the chapter begins with Naruto, Boruto, and Sasuke in a wasteland of sorts with a bunch of mountains that's basically unoccupied by anyone else. And we see Boruto say, "Where the heck are we?" And Naruto also doesn't know where they're at. And Boruto states, "Otsutsukis are able to easily whisk your enemy away to another dimension, right? So I figure I would be able to do the same using karma." So at that point, this is the first time we're actually seeing Boruto use the technique. And my problem with this is they never explain how Boruto was able to do this. We did see Kawaki use this technique to get Naruto back from the dimension and bring him back, but Boruto only saw that technique, so it doesn't make sense for him to just know how to use it just by seeing Kawaki do it. But that's just my opinion. I think in Naruto we have seen people just see someone do a jutsu and then just based off that they've been able to do it, so it's not the most uncommon thing, but I would have liked them to explain it more instead of him just using it. So at that point, Ishikki runs in and Naruto and Sasuke get in front of Boruto, and somehow he's still able to grab Boruto, and he's holding him by the neck and he's flying in the air. And Ishikki states, "Uzumaki Boruto, Momoshiki's vessel. Your Otsutsukification has progressed further than I expected. It's already 70, maybe 80% complete. How much power hides within you? Show me." And at that point, Sasuke uses his Rinnegan to switch places with Boruto, and he charges in a Chidori right at Ishikki, and Ishikki just blocks it, similar to when Itachi blocked Sasuke's Chidori when he was a kid. And at that point, Ishikki states, "You're in my way," and he just kicks Sasuke to the ground. And Sasuke looks like, he's almost done after just one kick. And it was similar to that fight he had with Jigen, where it probably only took like 2 blows to really just incapacitate Sasuke. Not to the point where he can't move, just where he's not really effective anymore. And at that point, Naruto tells Boruto to run or you'll be killed. And Ishikki states, "I never thought you would be able to impede me, Uzumaki Boruto, dragging me to this forsaken place. I could easily teleport back to your village, but you'd just chase me there. I might as well get rid of you all here where no one else can interfere. If both Hokage and Uchiha die, perhaps your people will capitulate and spill Kawaki's location." And at that point, Naruto states, "We won't go down that easily." And next we're shown back to this image of Kawaki and Jigen, and I guess it's like a mental plane where Kawaki is going through memories, and we see Jigen saying, "You have nothing, you are empty, and more than anything, you loathe your empty self. You deny your own worth. There is a hole in your heart. Nothing you gain will ever fill it. It'll spill right out of that hole. That's precisely why I bestowed the karma upon you, because it is the one and only thing that can fill your punctured heart. It's a special mark." And Kawaki wakes up after having what seems to be a dream, and Amato says, "You're awake. Don't worry, this is a safe place, for now at least." And Kawaki states, "What just happened? Explain." Or no, Shikamaru states, "What just happened? Explain." And they state, "Sir, we don't know. Boruto's chakra disappeared together with Otsutsuki's, as did Lord 7th and Uchiha Sasuke shortly after. Further details unknown. Police units are at the scene investigating." And then Shikamaru states, damn it, understood, keep me posted. And Kawaki's wondering what's going on. And Amato states, Otsutsuki showed up in Konoha to find you. Lord Okage and Uchiha are battling him as we speak. And at that point, Kawaki looks at his arm and says, my karma, it's gone. There's no traces of it. And then Amato states how he did in the other chapters, that basically karma is a backup program which allows an Otsutsuki to revive themselves. So since he was revived using Jigen's karma, it erased all the other karmas that were implanted in other vessels. And as far as we know, Kawaki's the only vessel, so his got deleted. And at that point, Kawaki realizes that he's trying to implant another karma into me. And at that point, Shikamaru states, we're not going to let him get his way. That's why Naruto and Sasuke are going all out against him. Let's not lose hope now of all times. And Kawaki states, they're fighting a monster worse than Jigen. No one can defeat him. And at that point, Mondo states, a monster he may be, but one the god of death already has his eyes on. He will die within a few days. Even a monster can't escape death. So if he can, avoid him implanting you with another karma before his life runs out. And then we win. So basically, they just need to survive 3 days of battling this Otsutsuki monster. And we go back to the battle between Naruto and Otsutsuki, and Naruto charges in his Sage of Six Paths mode, and he charges 2 Rasengans, and at that point we see that Otsutsuki can shrink even ninjutsu while being so far away. So he shrinks the Rasengan. Now it was said he can only shrink inanimate objects, but even ninjutsu can be shrunken as well. And at that point, Naruto charges in with his chakra arms and tries to just grab Ishikki to pin him down. And Boruto states, awesome dad, get him. And at that point, somehow Ishikki's able to teleport or shrink and sneak up behind Naruto and lands a blow to his back. Naruto summons about 5 clones and they start attacking Ishikki, trying to corner him into Sasuke, and they're able to grab him, and Sasuke is about to pierce him with his Chidori from behind, and Ishikki summons 6 giant pillars or square cubes, and they just fall from the sky. And based off the impact, they're really heavy. Kind of reminds me of the things that the Supreme Kai was summoned when Gohan had the Z sword, and he hit it against it and it broke. So these things are no joke. They look really heavy, and they destroy a couple of Naruto's clones. And at that point, Boruto's worried. He says, "Dad," and Sasuke even says Naruto, and Naruto says, "I'm okay. Only my doppelgangers went down. You two be careful. I've lost sight of him." And at that point, we see Ishikki charge up behind Sasuke, and Sasuke is able to block one of his attacks with his sword. And at that point, Ishikki states, "I'll kill you one at a time. You're up first." So just like the battle with Naruto and Sasuke and Jigen, Otsutsuki plans to kill Sasuke first, and he lands a couple blows on Sasuke and is able to take his sword, and he's about to pierce him, and he says, "This is the end, Sasuke Uchiha." And Boruto charges in, and we go back to the Kawaki scene where we see Shikamaru saying, "No, don't lift the evacuation order yet. We don't know when he might return. I got a report from the sentry units just now, but Ishikki's chakra apparently vanished suddenly. According to the Jonin who witnessed it, Boruto swallowed him up using something that looked like time-space ninjutsu. Then Naruto and Sasuke chase and also disappeared. And Kawaki states, wait, you mean Boruto's fighting Ishikki too? And Amato states, sounds like a karma sealing jutsu. Jigen has used the same jutsu. And we see the ninja tool scientist says, but Boruto is no match for Ishikki. The difference in their abilities is too great. Young master will be killed. And Amato states, if you just look at the base strength, sure, but I think he's become aware of what his potential value against Ishikki is. And Sasuke states, or Shikamaru states, what do you mean? And we go back to the scene, and right when Ishikki is about to pierce Sasuke with the sword, Boruto jumps in and throws like a smoke bomb, and they were able to escape. And Boruto states, are you okay, Uncle Sasuke? And Ishikki states, what are you up to, Uzumaki Boruto? You want to die that badly? And Boruto says, what about you? Why'd you freeze up? You could have killed both of us at once. And Boruto says, thought so. So I was right. You can't kill me, can you? And Sasuke says, what? And the chapter ends with Amato saying, he's got guts, that one. Boruto may very well be the one holding the key to winning this battle. And that's when the chapter ends. So this was the plot twist of this chapter, that we find out that for some reason Ishikki cannot kill Boruto, and this probably has to do with him being a vessel for Momoshiki. So I'm assuming there's a rule where the Otsutsukis aren't able to kill each other. Even the vessels of their Otsutsukifications you're not allowed to even kill them. So that's interesting, because we know that Kaguya was fighting the Otsutsukis before, and that's why she went to Earth and had the Zetsu army. So hopefully they do more explanation on that, because I guess in certain circumstances Otsutsukis can fight each other, but I guess the general rule is you can't, and the reasonings for why you would be able to attack one would have to be so extreme that it would warrant an attack, like if they're a traitor or something like that. So this was an interesting plot twist. So it probably explains why Boruto will end up surviving this battle and Naruto and Sasuke won't. And we will see eventually a fight between Boruto and Kawaki, and since they both have karma seals, they're basically both Otsutsuki, so they'll end up fighting each other anyways. So it'll be interesting to see what happens next. Unless Boruto is able to transform into Momoshiki, I don't see him actually doing much in this battle. But I think the most annoying thing about this chapter is that Naruto's only using like 5 clones, and we know when he was going against Kage, he made like hundreds and hundreds of clones. And that would be the best way to drag out this fight, and instead they're just trying to defeat him. It makes more sense to just make him use as much chakra and waste as much time as possible. But that's my thoughts on the chapter. I thought it was pretty good, and let me know what your thoughts in the comment sections below. Do you think Boruto will help and transform into his Momoshiki form? Do you think that Naruto and Sasuke will able to balance Boruto's abilities so they can get close to defeating Ishikki? But let me know what your thoughts are. If you liked anything I had to say, please drop a like, please subscribe, and I'm trying to grow the channel, so I really would appreciate that subscription. And till next time, peace.